Hey, what is up guys? It is me, FPS Spartan Live, coming out to guys on the YouTube video, and today I am doing a review on Sky to Fly, a game I was given for free by the developers. But anyways guys, let's just get straight into this. But before we do get fully into this, I'd like to just quickly say this game is actually $4 to $5 and it is an early access, so I'm pretty sure the price will probably go down, and this does not seem like a cash grab because it looks like they actually put some time and effort into this game. But let's just get straight into this. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the game barriers, in my own opinion. I know it's not really a word, but it's like the only way I could really say it. So as you can tell, you're actually dodging objects, and there are actually a few things in the game that you have to interact with, and there's actually different game modes, which I'll talk about later on. There's not too much to that, but anyways, so there's different game barriers, as I like to call it. Like the first one you'll ever see is like a bounce pad. So I like this because it allows you to see the game in a different perspective. And basically there's different sorts of enemies. There's not too many enemies. There's also vehicles like other aircraft carriers that are coming down the lanes. And then you have spike ball fish and all these other kind of cool enemies, and I've only seen not even half the game. So this game is actually a very large game, and just for $4 you get a lot of content, in my own opinion, because it seems like they have on and on missions, which means it's more than just a time killer game. If you want to, you can really grind it on this game and become a hardcore gamer, because I feel like this game is a little bit more than just a casual game. So there's many different things to change up the gameplay as you're playing it. Now there also are many different game modes. So for the game modes, there's resource collecting game modes, which is one that you probably are seeing right about now unless the game mode just changed. There's resource collecting. There's mission modes where you have to like dodge rockets and etc. You have to save people from different areas, or just generally just going across trying to avoid everything in like the tutorial level. The tutorial level will probably come across making the game look really bad, because that's what I noticed. I noticed that the all-around game was a lot better than the tutorial. The tutorial does get the job done, but it really does make it feel a little bit lackluster until you get to the pirate part. But I'm not going to be telling you guys about that part because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I want you guys to play it for yourself, and if you want to see gameplay on it, just ask. So guys, the next part I need to talk about is the replay value. So I just mentioned all these kind of like game barriers, as I like to call them, and also game modes. So as you guys can already tell, this game has a lot of replay value. Therefore, once you buy this game, so far I've not seen any in-game transactions. Therefore, once you buy this game, the game's all yours, all the content, and it's a lot of content, which means if you want to grind it out and be a hardcore gamer, you can. If you want to be a casual gamer, you can. That is the amazing part about this game. There's no one way to play the game. You can be hardcore or casual, whatever you really are. So the next thing we need to talk about is kind of like the genre. So I've already been telling you guys it's a time killer game. It's really cool, and there's not too much I can really talk about for its genre, to be honest, because it doesn't really have a specific genre other than the fact that you can call it a time killer type of game. But anyways guys, the last thing I need to do is call out the flaws of the game. Now keep in mind this game is early access, so this is not permanent stuff, and I'm pretty sure you get all the updates for free. I don't really do early access stuff that often, but basically guys, for an early access game, this game is pretty polished already. It has all its mission modes pretty much laid out, and it does not seem like a cash grab either. So basically guys, the only flaw I really even seen with this is, other than the fact that it's not super realistic, I only have two flaws with the game. It's that sometimes the clouds feel as if I'm going on water, mostly because I'm grounded and I'm stuck on like a certain level, but that's just a part of the game, so really you can't even call that a flaw. It's just me being really nitpicky and having OCD and etc. Sorry about that. But anyways guys, the only actual problem with the game is that sometimes the camera kind of stays still, and sometimes you'll have to go through buildings in order to see what's happening, and it's kind of messed up, but that's only to be expected. So overall the game's pretty damn great, and I'm going to be playing a lot more of it after this. Sorry I took a while to get a video out to you guys. I've just been really busy with school. I'm trying to stay ahead so I can keep on doing sports. But anyways guys, the last part we need to talk about is whether you're going to buy it or just let this game die. Just let it rot and never ever play it. Now I'm going to recommend this in a few different ways. Now, I'm a type of person that will not believe that there's either a game that you're going to buy it. Like, I'm not just going to recommend it or not recommend it. I think it's based on what kind of situation you're really in and what you're really into. So if you're a hardcore gamer, I definitely say you play this, because there's a lot of tricks that you can do to maximize your own time and beat your time each time. Because it's not just like you go through it and that's it. It's more than just like Subway Surfer. Subway Surfer was a great game, but it did not have that time mechanic, I'm pretty sure. But basically, you have to beat your time sometimes. Sometimes you're actually being rushed, and it challenges you at times depending on what missions you take. Therefore, you are not forced into this if you're a casual gamer. If you're a casual gamer, I'd have to say maybe you want to get the game, maybe you don't. If you're one of the types of casual gamers on even iPhones, I'm pretty sure this game is actually on iOS. I am very sure it is actually. But basically, if you're on the phone, if you're really into like spending money to get your casual games to kind of like play them and stuff, then I really would recommend getting this game. If not, then you probably wouldn't want to do it because you might lose interest really quickly. But overall, it's a pretty great game, and if you like to challenge yourself, it's a really good game. So that is all, guys. It's been FPS Spartan Live, aka Express 83, signing off for you. All enjoyed the review, and game on, guys.